That one rocked. Well, let me tell you a little bit about our speaker this morning. You may remember Elder Gideon from some months back. We figured out after some time that it was actually earlier this year. And so we brought him back again, once again, from the foothills of the Sierra Nevadas. Elder Gideon, he is an ordained elder of the Sophian tradition, a, a published poet and essayist, a veteran teacher of underserved high school youth, and an artist formerly trained in the US and Italy. And gosh, for 20 years, Gideon has served the Sophia Fellowship as a companion and elder while being its outreach through an online forum to which he's contributed over 1,000 writings on Gnosticism, Kabbalah, biblical studies. He co-authored a book, Gnosis of the Guadalupe, The Mystical Path of the Mother, with Tao Malaki. And he's written numerous articles and things. And we're going to put up his, or we have it at the top of the chat, some websites you can go to further investigate what he's done. But he's going to talk today. His title is called Equal Arms, and Gideon recently opened his first solo sculpture exhibition called Equal Arms at the Sacramento Poetry Center. A show, a book, a score, and a film, Equal Arms, is a meditation on the equal armed cross as the union of all opposites. Of this event, Gideon says, being here is a physical mystery. It's also the kind of here that means embodiment and grounding. His installation is about being here right now, the intersection of everything. He looks forward to speaking with everyone today and share the body of his work and film, and he'll stay afterward, of course, to accept questions and comments. So Elder Gideon, welcome again. I'm excited to hear what you have to say today.
Thank you so much, Mike and Joyce and Sacra and everybody who've invited me back. It was a real privilege to be with all of you last spring. And there's much in my heart today with you. I value every community such as yours that is gathering with the intention of love and service, because every gathering of this kind anywhere in the world generates merit and generates light power that assists people we'll never meet. So please take courage and confidence in your intention to gather, for wherever such gatherings transpire, there is help for people in hospitals as we speak, people in domestic violence and fear, help for people who are dying or who are at a terrible end of something, or for people who perhaps have lost their way or their purpose. When we gather with one accord, we offer light and merit for all we might not meet. There's a lot in my heart in addition to this. This is a holy day among the Americas, for Guadalupe appeared to Juan Diego on the anniversary of this day. And that is a mystery of its own discussion. If anybody has ever exposed themselves to the transmission of Our Lady of Guadalupe, it is very much worth inquiring into. It is very elegant and very sublime. So the mother brings me here, that of the divine that is immanent and involved, which my community regards as mother. If you are seated and see before you the direction to your right, the direction behind you, the direction to your left, however you're facing, these four directions surrounding you and surrounding me, all of us, engage also a direction above and a direction below. And together these six, everywhere we go, are intersecting through you and through me. It's indigenous wisdom and an intuition in many, many cultures and traditions that regard the seventh direction as the human one. This beforeness and behindness, rightness and leftness, aboveness, belowness, intersecting through you. So when we see in Tanakh, the Jewish scriptures, when the Holy One calls by name, more than one of them respond, "Here I am." Feel the difference between "Here I am" and "I am here." "Here I am" acknowledges all that makes me and this moment possible. For I, as I am in myself, cannot exist without everything I am not. What I think I am might not be as I might assume. Rather, here I am. I'm surrounded and pervaded by everything that sustains me physically and emotionally, mentally and spiritually. And rather than conceiving of the divine as in the sky, what if our experience of the divine, the immanence of holiness, of anything, everything that is sacred, is here, literally here, inside everything? What if here, even speaking physically, is concealing something greater? As behind, from within here, is another level or layer of reality that makes here physical possible. What is that behind the physical here, the physical now? But a mystery we experience in any moment, by day or night, whether we're standing in line or sitting in traffic. Our mind is imagining constantly. It's often visualizing what could happen. It's often remembering what did happen. And it won't stop. And that's not a problem. It just is. That there is this continual reverie of images in our minds. And that is pre-physical. If we inquire a little deeper into here, and behind what's physical, into this astral layer of our imaginations, we find another layer deeper yet, concealed by our own imagination, and that's the mentality itself that we're experiencing. The paradigm, the worldview, the expectation we hold, probably formed from our previous experiences. So the mentality, the orientation with life, with others, with self, is not visible at all. There are no images in that. It's just a frame, a way we hold ourselves or have been taught to hold ourselves. So this is even more subtle yet, making here possible. Behind all that yet, for today's purposes, is a very simple, very subtle, very immediate access to awareness itself. I have neglected, I have overlooked, I have dismissed awareness much of my life until Tal Malachi and the community introduced me to meditation, to contemplation, and to being generous and patient and such. I did not grasp or appreciate the power of awareness itself. Take, for example, if I'm aware that I'm tired, some part of me is not. If I'm aware that I'm sick, anxious, worried, some part of me is not. If I'm aware of any mood, feeling, thought, that awareness is simpler, subtler, and deeper than everything, every state, every mood. And that awareness is God's self, this divine I am, unchanging, untraced, without any history, unconditional awareness. So I can be with anything. I can observe the mentality, my mental space that I'm in. I can watch the reverie of imagination, of fantasies and memories, ticking and talking. And I'm aware of the temperature of my physical room and the cloth against my skin or any tension in my neck. Any of these phenomena are all threaded and joined by awareness. So let the mentality that any of us are experiencing and the imagery that comes from that mentality and what we do and what we say based on these be the expression of who we are as we are in ourselves. Each one of us, completely unique and never able to really occupy the same space as another. So who you or I am, are, as we are in ourselves, is founded upon and made alive by the awareness all of the while. We're here to integrate all of this that we are physically and in our imagination, emotionally, and in our mentality, intellectually, into who we are as we are in the One. This awareness, a presence of awareness that doesn't judge. It has no comment. It's completely present with every state, being the observer, the witness, the awareness of the state. There's really nothing to believe here, nothing to contrive, nothing to imagine or hope in. It's right now. Being aware of awareness is why we meditate. It's why we pray. To remember, to generate a distinction from the state of our experience in the moment and the awareness of the moment. Being aware does not require that I'm healthy. As Mike read out to us, happiness, this delayed happiness, it's a mentality. It's not necessary to delay happiness, because in awareness, in my experience, has settled, has grounded, has encouraged my confidence and my hope and my faith and my love in the goodness of people and the trustworthiness of the life process. By being aware and identifying with the awareness, every moment, an observer, identified with this, distinct from the state. I integrate who I am as I am in myself in any passing moment with who I am as I am in the One. And this unification, this integration, this intersection of the inside and the outside, who I am in myself, who I am in God's self, brings great joy, brings great fullness, brings great purpose to everything in all of life. And it's as simple as tuning into the awareness of the state and abiding in that awareness and being very curious of the awareness itself, such that I can be with anything, with anyone, identified with the awareness, and let that guide me, let that show me very naturally, very simply, very directly. I feel a good place here to pause. I intend and wish that this simple practice of the presence of awareness in all states supports you and guides you as it does me. I thank you all very much for your energy and your light power.
Thank you, Gideon. You know, it feels like you've only scratched the surface on some of that. It is very deep. I'll tell you, I certainly appreciate your voice. It's so elegant when you deliver that just makes it that much more enjoyable.
Thank you, Mike.
Um,